Welcome to the Hollywood Secrets Information. In this video, we are diving deep into the glitz, glam, and let's be honest goofs of old Hollywood. While many stars dazzled us with their looks and charm, not all of them were exactly the sharpest tools in the shed. Today, we're revealing the 17 dumbest old Hollywood actors, from hilariously poor decisions to downright clueless moments. Some of these stories will leave you scratching your head and wondering how these stars ever made it in Tinseltown. 1. Johnny Weissmuller. Best known for playing Tarzan, Johnny Weissmuller may have been a swimming champion, but he wasn't known for his intellect. Studios often had to limit his dialogue because memorizing lines proved too difficult. Off-screen, his understanding of finances was so poor that he blew through millions and ended up living modestly despite his fame. 2. Jayne Mansfield. A blonde bombshell often compared to Marilyn Monroe, Jayne Mansfield was known for her looks more than her brains. Although she played up the dumb blonde persona for roles, she occasionally let it bleed into real life. Once, she reportedly thought communism was a type of cookie. Whether it was an act or not, her public persona wasn't exactly intellectual. 3. George Raft. George Raft was a tough guy on screen, often playing gangsters. In real life, he had strong ties to the mob and made some incredibly foolish career decisions. He turned down lead roles in Casablanca and The Maltese Falcon, which ended up making Humphrey Bogart a legend. Not the brightest move in Hollywood history. For Clara Bow. The it girl of the 1920s, Clara Bow lit up the screen with her charisma, but struggled with basic literacy. She was nearly illiterate and often signed contracts without reading them. Her trusting nature and lack of knowledge led to her being manipulated by handlers and managers. 5. Victor Mature. Victor Mature famously said, "I'm no actor, and I've got 64 pictures to prove it." Known more for his physique than talent, he openly admitted he didn't take acting seriously. He once bragged that he was rejected from a golf club, not for his race or religion, but because he was an actor, something he took as a compliment. 6. Marie Windsor. Though a talented actress in war films, Windsor was known behind the scenes for bizarre questions and confusion during shooting. On one set, she allegedly asked if the moon had its own sun. Her odd questions became a running joke among directors and co-stars. 7. Johnny Sheffield. Best known as Boy in the Tarzan series, Johnny Sheffield often got confused during filming. He once asked if jungle animals needed acting lessons. As a child actor, some innocence is expected, but Sheffield's handlers often had to guide him through the most basic concepts during interviews. 8. Buster Crabbe. An Olympic swimmer turned actor, Buster Crabbe starred in Flash Gordon. Despite his on-screen heroism, off-screen he frequently mixed up lines, couldn't recall basic plot points, and often needed cue cards even for simple dialogue. His directors called him earnest but empty-headed. 9. Mamie Van Doren. Mamie was part of the trio of blonde bombshells, along with Jayne Mansfield and Marilyn Monroe. While she had charm, she often displayed a complete lack of understanding in interviews, once saying she thought Shakespeare was the guy who made cigarettes. Even if it was a joke, it didn't help her intellectual reputation. 10. Tom Neal. Best known for his role in Detour, Tom Neal had a tragic and chaotic life. He was involved in multiple fights, including one with fellow actor Frank Kittone over a woman. Neal's inability to control his temper and his poor judgment led to a prison sentence for manslaughter, ultimately ending his career. 11. Marie McDonald. Nicknamed the Body, McDonald had more ambition than sense. She faked her own kidnapping in 1957, hoping to reignite her dwindling fame. The plan backfired terribly, and her credibility was destroyed. Her bizarre and poorly thought-out stunt is one of the most baffling in Hollywood history. 12. Bela Lugosi. Lugosi gave us the iconic Dracula, but he made questionable decisions in his personal life. He turned down lucrative contracts, got entangled in drug addiction, and appeared in a slew of B-grade horror films that damaged his legacy. His inability to manage his money or career path stemmed from poor decision-making rather than bad luck. 13. Alan Ladd. Alan Ladd's brooding persona made him a star, but behind the scenes, he struggled with emotional and intellectual instability. He He once claimed he didn't understand why directors needed a script at all. Despite his fame, many insiders found his comprehension of filmmaking minimal at best. 14. Lupe Velez. Known for her fiery screen presence, Velez had a reputation for dramatic and erratic behavior. She planned her own glamorous suicide to leave a legacy of beauty and grace. However, after overdosing, she reportedly fell and died in the bathroom instead, a tragic and poorly thought-out plan that became legendary for its tragic irony. 15. Dennis O'Keefe. O'Keefe acted in dozens of films, mostly crime dramas, but was better known for his brash behavior and lack of foresight. He once invested his life savings into a restaurant with no permits or staff, believing a star's name was enough to make it work. It closed in a month. 16. Wallace Reed. Reed was one of the first matinee idols, but his poor choices led to his early demise. After an injury, he became addicted to morphine, and his inability to seek proper help resulted in a tragic decline. Despite warnings from loved ones, he kept working and hiding his addiction until it destroyed him. 17. Frances Farmer. A talented actress, Frances Farmer's story is heartbreaking. Though not dumb in the traditional sense, she was intellectually gifted. Her defiance of the Hollywood system and refusal to play the game led to public outbursts, arrests, and institutionalization. Her mental health issues were exacerbated by her unwillingness to conform, which studio heads at the time saw as foolishness rather than rebellion. There you have 17 old Hollywood stars who, for all their fame and fortune, often left common sense behind the curtain. Whether it was foolish career moves, strange beliefs, or just plain ignorance, these stars remind us that brains aren't always part of the Hollywood package. Did any of these stories surprise you? Who do you think should or shouldn't be on this list? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating deep dives into Hollywood's hidden stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.